Hey lovelies! Recently I got full body tracking for Christmas and I wanted to make a video about how it works and my experience with it and whether or not it's worth it and if I would recommend it. Now there's many different types of full body tracking you can get, and the most notable ones are going to be the Vive trackers. They have the ultimate and the base station ones. The base ones are much more expensive than the ultimate trackers, but they of course have better tracking and they're a little bit less annoying each setup after the first one. There's also Moco P, which has been pretty hit or miss, it seems like, with most people. I have plenty of friends who have told me their experiences with them, and some love it and say you just have to recalibrate, more frequently, but it's totally worth it, and it's a little bit cheaper than the other options. I have others that said it was unbearable and they returned it instantly. So kind of both sides. The ones that I got for Christmas were the Vive Ultimate Trackers, and unfortunately they don't come with straps, even though the price is so steep, which is a huge complaint of mine. These are the straps I ended up going with. They're very comfortable and they work really well, so I highly suggest this brand. So when you first initially set it up, it is quite difficult. I am not gifted in technology knowledge, so it was really difficult for me to set it up, but I thought it'd be good for me to do it. You have to do the setup process, as far as I'm aware, because I just got them, every single time you get on VR, which would include getting into the Vive hub, turning all your trackers on, selecting the one that is flashing, and then going around lower tier each side of your room and showing, like, mapping it out, standing up and doing the same thing on repeat, and then making sure all of them are active. In Steam VR, you choose a controller, choose a tracker, and you go in this infinity motion until it reaches 100%. And for some reason, I am horrible at reaching it in this invisible amount of time that it requires you to do so. And it'll just keep making you redo it until you somehow hit the perfect 100. And I literally change nothing every single time I redo it, and yet 6 times it won't work and 4 times it will. I just don't know why. Then you get into regular VR, and that's when you're going to calibrate in VR. Okay, so now I'm trying to calibrate. And as you can see, my legs are not on the floor. So now I'm gonna redo my boundary. Uh-oh. My legs are gone. So normally it would show the balls where your full body tracking is. But since I did the boundary after I set up, now I got to go back into Steam VR and recalibrate, which is really annoying. Okay, now you can see the balls, calibrate, and now I can move. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a couple things of full body tracking. You can kind of see how it works, what it looks like. Another benefit of full body tracking is being able to do K-pop dances in VR. So I'm going to show you what that looks like and how good the tracking is. Honestly, I felt like the hands were the worst part about the tracking. Whew, that was a lot of jumping. What else should I show you guys? And this is me sitting in real life, so normally I'd be on my gaming chair. My legs are crossed. You can kind of make it look cute. I mean, you can still move around while you're sitting, but it is nice that you can actually get more comfortable. This is me sprawled out. Wait, can I get on the bed in that? Yeah, see, I need to scoot down, but you can sprawl all out and transition pretty fluidly to standing up and sitting down. So I'm going to talk about different ways you can make VRChat more immersive. If you're starting off on desktop, the obvious next choice, I would say, would be getting a VR headset. It's a very expensive buy-in, but I have had such a fun time being in VR. It makes the games fun. It makes the horror games scarier. It makes it feel like you're actually hanging out with your friends and not just looking at a screen. So I really enjoyed that. With your headset, you can also make upgrades. So I had the Oculus Rift S. It would drift, and it did not fit my head, so I constantly had to keep lifting it up, which really took me out because I knew like the headset was on. So I now have a Quest 3, and it has been amazing. Truly. It's one of the cheaper headsets that you can get that are still really up there. And it fits perfectly on my face. It's very comfortable. There's no drift. The controllers last much longer, so you're not changing out batteries all the time. It's made a very big difference. But with that headset, I've also had to make adjustments to the strap. The strap before was a little bit too tight for me and uncomfortable. So I got a battery pack, so one, I can stay in longer, and two, the comfort strap that comes with the battery pack, very comfortable. I don't even notice I have my headset on. Now, you can be anything you want in VRChat, but for me, I love having an avatar that looks like me. So however you want to express yourself, whether that be getting your fursona or your favorite character and being able to edit that to your likes, I think makes a huge difference as well, and is on the cheaper side for such a big upgrade to showcase who you are. So for me, I use Booth a lot. That's where my base is from, and that's where my outfits are from. It's made a huge difference being able to see who I am in VRChat, and it feel like I'm in VR, minus the anime face. And the final step above that is full body tracking. I think from VR to desktop, you jump 70% of immersiveness in enjoyment. And from VR to getting your own avatar probably adds a good 10 or 15%. And full body tracking, for me at least, has been 5-10%. Hopefully the math was right. So for a price tag so steep, I would say it's not worth it. If you get it gifted or VRChat's the only game you play, then maybe it's worth it. Literally, one of the best improvements is that I'm not doing this all the time. If you're a VR user and you play seated, which I normally like to because I do get motion sickness, and I'm just on for extended period of time, your hands are always like this, just always, because of your chair. You can't go further down. But in full body, you don't have to do that. And honestly, it makes a difference somehow. So would I recommend it? Probably not, solely based off the price tag. I just don't see the value in it being so expensive for how much you can do in VR. Maybe if you're long distance or dating in VR, it can make a significantly more difference than it made for me. But for me, it doesn't really do too much besides add that little benefit of having, being able to do more in VR, which is nice to have the option. But I wouldn't buy it for myself unless I was very wealthy. I'll say that, even though I'm on VRChat like all the time. So that's my own opinion. If it was $200, I think I would. But that's just my own opinion. I'm having a blast with it, whether or not I'm recommending it. So it's definitely up to you to make that decision. And I hope this video helps you make that decision, or at least shows you, what it's like to have it. This setup process is so annoying. If you have any questions or any tips, feel free to leave those in the comments below and share your own experience with full body tracking if you have it, because I'm interested to hear other people's opinions, or if you're thinking about getting it. As always, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video, and you'll see my legs a little bit more often. Community days in my Discord server and VRChat group are every other Sunday. So if you want to come hang out with us and play some games and have some fun, that will be in the description below. Give this video a like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.